Okay, so we are going to form up this bare 65%. So the material we're using is some shift liner. I don't really know which kind of shift liner I should buy. And also some KBD platform, modular platform. So let me get some more, like scissor or like knife tools so we can get something ready to start up. Yeah, be right back. Yeah, so I have extra plates, so I probably can keep my beer here while I'm making some platform together. And also, I don't know, maybe for the bottom case form, it should be similar to this size, right? Because anyway, we are getting this plate insert into the case. So this is the gasket pad part, and the rest will be pretty more like flexible on the top and the bottom. So that means we probably just want to have the whole platform, actually case form, cover the area. So let's see if we can do some handmade work. And hopefully I don't cut my pressure desk mat. So let me get some pen. Yeah, today I'm not really doing any like build service. I'm just really modding by using some material. And I don't know if this is actually a good one to use. Yeah, who knows. Okay, so potentially we can use this one to build two. And maybe we can like layer twice. So let's do that. Yeah, we can make one here, make one here. So we can see if we can stack two layers or just one layer. So the thickness itself, does this say? Yeah, they usually don't really say how thick they are. So I have no idea. This is what I got. Hi. Yeah, sorry I'm late. I just start. I'm not sure what kind of shift liner I'm trying to get, so I just get some one. Yeah, I think I'm just trying to get a white one, and I don't really know the material. So it ended up being really nice on the looking, but I'm not sure the effect. Okay, so let me see if I can just try to cut by drawing something together. Nightbot, stop doing that. But yeah, definitely Bear is a great board. I have no regret to support Jackie for this project. The only thing I worry about right now is like people getting their PCB fired up. I don't know. I really need to check that. Oh, I need to connect my computer to battery. Yeah, aluminum version is so good. I don't even know what happened to the PC version, like when you cannot really close. Wow, the new picture with Botanical is epic. This is so good. I feel like this is definitely better than, you know, in general, like other Alice keyboard, because we just have one more place to share your Artisan keycaps. Okay, let's see if we can draw something on this one. Which side is probably easy to draw? Okay, maybe let's go this side. Yeah, I wonder if it's the general problem on PC case, because interesting, I haven't built any PC board yet. And the PC is really prone to scratch, but I don't know whether they close or not. Yeah, they definitely don't have a screw around this corner. Yeah, let me see. So we have this screw, yeah, if they have some screw around this two parts, maybe it's better. And not sure about aluminum because it didn't really do anything, but maybe it's actually getting some space. Not really. I think aluminum is probably fine. Yeah, but you can definitely see it has a little bit larger gap than other places, because other places have the screws, but this area, yeah, if you try to like open up, they have it once. Yeah, I think the problem on this one is like when you do the prototype, you don't really think about what could happen on PC case. Then it becomes the problem, and you don't really know that could be the one. So it's really hard. Okay, so let's see if we just like draw the outline and try to cut that and put under the PCB. It should be fun, right? Because this is pretty much the same as the PCB. I don't want to open up yet, but yeah, I can definitely try that. Then if it's larger, then I can cut the corner, cut the side. Maybe I can make it slightly smaller than that. Okay, if I do one, maybe I can sell $5 each, so I can make a lot of money by that. Yeah, just kidding. It definitely takes time to make some precision cut, and it's probably better to send this to, you know, like stupid fish, so they can make better foam on that. Chef liner is just like temporary solution. I want to test out. Oh, you did that? Nice. Okay. Yeah, just like really rough. I don't need to be so accurate. As long as I don't cut my desk mat, mission will be complete. Okay, yeah, drawing looks good. Oh, really? You don't think bear needs foam between plate and PCB? Yeah, I will try this one first, and if this will be already okay, I don't need to do that. But you know, I have like, you know, some spare FR4 plate, and I have this spare, I won't say spare, but I just like bought them and didn't really use them. So I'm trying to just do experimentation for people. Yeah, people who doubt, maybe they can have different typing sounds. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I don't think I even use shelf liner on my shelf in the kitchen. So maybe the remaining I can go to my kitchen to protect my drawer and shelf. Okay, looks very weird. I know what you want, so I actually sent you one FR4 plate in that package. So you will get that next Tuesday. Maybe we will be the only 2 person in the world having FR4 plate full bare. And you will have the first one on PC plate. That's awesome. Yeah, I definitely send that. And also I'm trying to experiment on like shipping logistic to see whether that kind of protection works. So if it didn't work, I probably will try another packaging in the future. Nightboard. Don't do that. I don't know what are the default options, but as long as it didn't really ban people, it's fine. So really sinks foam. Yeah, I don't know how much space the beer has between the bottom PCB and the case. And I don't know if I can even go 2 layers of foam. Yeah, how do you tell if like the foam is already enough? Like you cannot really close the case? Or how do you really tell? Because I don't know if I want to try another layer. Yeah, feel free, send me the link in Discord so I don't really get lost on that. Okay, sometimes it's out of battery. Cool, let's see. Yeah, I actually add some side gasket. I don't know if they work or not. I just like prefer having them. So the bottom case, the bottom, like basically the plate doesn't really hit the bottom of the case to avoid the space scratch. But I don't think it matters for the top, and top definitely make it harder to assemble. So I probably just remove the top. And I don't know, maybe put on the side. So I just need to care about the bottom because from the gravity, the plate and the PCB just like slightly slide since it has the slope, the angle, but it didn't really go to the top. Like you are not going to type that hard to move the plate hitting the top side. You can fit 2 layers. Yeah, potentially. Yeah, I think like most people have those 1/16, not 1/8 thickness for the foam, and that's pretty thin already. So not sure yours. Okay, so the problem is like with the keycaps, it's really hard to put the PCB together without pushing the gasket down. Yeah, the gasket I'm talking about is the side gasket I just like manually put. It's not the one that... Yeah, thank you, I see that message. Okay, yeah, with the keycaps it's really too easy to make the plate out. Okay, I don't think side gasket on left and right really make any difference anyway. Let's just remove them all in all. Yeah, and also the side gasket I'm using, I'm just cutting from like the one I got from E7 V2 prototype. They are pretty flexible, or how do I say that? Yeah, pretty stretchable. So they are probably not the best material for side gasket. Like if you're using on Vega or Polarized, those side gaskets were pretty firm. Yeah, they were basically preventing. Do I have more laser? Yeah, they're basically preventing the plate hitting the case. That's why they don't really do any sand dampening. They just like stop the gap. So they don't really matter if you have very stretchable or very firm. So as long as you can put together, they should be fine. Okay, so I'm doing that only for the purpose of preventing the plate hitting the bottom, so the spacebar can get prevention. So when I get my PC Bear, will replace gasket on Proto with production model. I know, because I probably want to potentially just keep using different plate material. So that's really hard to change if I'm switching between PC and other plate material. If I use one or the other, so potentially still use the Poron gasket. And I don't know if I will send additional, and if I don't really get send additional, it will be hard because I end up using on my PC first. Then if I still have extra, how do you keep up with being mods for so many Discord servers? I only being mods for 2 servers, right? The exclusive server and also the Jackie's one. So these 2 were pretty big, I know, and I'm glad to be the mods on these 2 servers, and I really like working with them too, the 2 designers of those 2 servers. So at the end of the day, it's not really about being mods, it's about being friends for of the designer. So I can share, I can provide insights of the keyboard as well as provide feedback to the designer themselves. So I can make sure, I mean, I cannot really make 100% sure because I don't really design keyboard, but I can potentially give some feedback from customer perspective. Yeah, so I definitely suggest exclusive like how the gasket, how the mute pad should be designed for easy installation, because right now it's a little bit confusing. Do I know them personally? How do I say that? I don't really know them before COVID happened, and after COVID happened, I just like start getting into the hobby. Then I look into all the fancy cute keyboard, and the Bear is the first one I really get in love with. So I'm really like enjoy talking to Jackie, and I realized he's a designer from China, and he definitely had a lot of things that he wants to communicate, but because of the translation, the context is lost. So I offer my help to give better understanding of what he wants to communicate to the community, and try to make sure like the communication between the designer and the customer were well thought. Yeah, it's like from this keyboard I kind of start knowing how the design process, the group buy process, and all the behind the scenes stuff happening. So definitely looking forward to use my knowledge and my like understanding of tech knowledge can help on that. Okay, so the problem is I didn't really record any sounds before I put on the PC case 4. But I can definitely see like they are improved a little bit, and I really like the sound. So without further ado, let's just do some general typing sounds in case we haven't heard about this one. Okay, I need to hydrate. So the problem is like I just installed these keycaps last night, or maybe the night before. Yeah, when I test the cat keycaps. So I didn't really have the time to record. Potentially I will record ones without and with. And also I have like both FR for plate, with platform and without platform, so I can potentially have all the full combination together. It just takes time. But yeah, I have Alpaca switch and other JWK switch. So yeah, well, I can do a lot more. Take time, but I know it's worth the time taking for people to understand that. So typing test 1 with case 4. And I have not tested on this kitty cat keycaps yet. So that will be the first one I try testing. And cat is always good sound. Okay. Okay, we need to clip that so we can compare. Yeah, but it sounds really nice. Okay, let me open the Twitch channel so I can start doing 30 minutes clip whenever I have time, so we can play it later and try to compare that. Okay, I need to stop playing the stream from this Twitch interface, so you didn't really get both upload and downloads on that. But yeah, let's do another one so I can clip that. I don't need like 60 minutes, a second. Okay, yeah, let's do the clip. Then I will try to start making the platform for this FR4 plate. And because it's stick, it means we will, I will not say like ruin the plate, but it just like make this one way, then the other. So let's see. Yeah, keep this keyboard back in this place. So every people receive their PCB. And do you feel like your PCB hollow at any chance? I was like wondering if it's really my garage setup making this confusion for people to say it kind of hear like the hollowness of the beer. Because if that's the case, I probably need to consider moving back to my old room with some potential change to avoid doing this one. Okay, so the plate, this is the plate for, and I don't know how much we need to put to make it different. Left side better than your right. So the right side maybe have a little bit more space. So I wonder if you can like add some foam tape on this one, right? Because you can see this area is definitely have the space, and this one is also larger than the left side. This is like the corner, but this is more like the center. So potentially we should put some foam around this area if I have. But yeah, let's see how the plate foam can solve something. But the problem on that is like if you have the solder PCB and you just solder them in, it will be harder to do. Okay, so let's see if we do the 4x4 grid. Do we need to cut anything for the corner when we like, you know, meet the other side? Or should we just like do the one? Yeah, we have 4. Okay, how many sheets we have? I don't want to just blindly using. Yeah, let's see if we can make this 2. Okay, I will just use half of the sheet and also only half of this one. You have one foam underneath the PCB, yeah. Okay, yeah, I don't know if it's the unevenness causing that. Okay, let's see how we can do this one without fat fingers. Huh. Should I use tweezer? Does tweezer help? Or should I actually put my switches on first? All kinds of questions I'm putting this one. Yeah, I don't like it stick onto it, because that means you have to be really pretty accurate. Okay, I don't know, should I put the switches on first? Maybe let's do that. Yeah, I feel like finger is easier. Like using tweezer, I'm just like shaking my hand anyway. Let's see. We switch. Okay, it will stick onto the switch. You're right. Yeah, all kinds of mods. This is the first time I'm using these modular ones. And yeah, I just have a little bit more FR plate than I need. That's why I can do that. I don't want to just like test on my brass plate. Then turns out it's not that good. And make my brass weight with this plate foam forever. I mean, it's not forever, but yeah, I just don't want to like have residue on that. Yeah, that's a Tesla. Yeah, people know that if they know what Tesla is. But I haven't driven for this one for a long time now. I'm just like sitting at my home the whole time. Since I'm not going out, I don't really need to going out. Okay. Yeah, so if you end up, I'm not saying like mess up, but if you end up not making perfect, you can always lift it with some slight force and try to redo a little bit, and I hope I don't really stretch to make it worse. Okay, this is really something I probably do this one time, but maybe not try to do another time because I'm so OCD. I want to make everything perfect, but it's really hard. Yeah, I think OCD is not really good for this hobby because nothing can be perfect. Oh, you go to work at Gigafactory? Nice. Yeah, this is Model 3. So that's the most affordable ones. Actually, if you like try to get a base model, I think it's under, like with other rebates with something, it's maybe under 30,000. Yeah, like at least it's saving me maybe 100, 200 per month for the gas versus the electricity bill. So definitely save a lot in the long run, but I don't think it will save the whole car. I want the Cybertruck a lot. Yeah, I feel like because of the Asian hate, I feel more safe when driving Cybertruck. Yeah, I'm really not a fan of electricity work. I just feel like it could break anything at any time. Okay, let's do some rough testing before we go further. Let's just see if we can put the switches in. Yeah, looks like we can. Yeah, you don't really need to be like 100% perfect because at the end of the day, like they are stretchable. Common sense. Yeah, it's similar to like people who didn't really know software engineer. They thought it could be like really hard, but it's actually very easy to study. But to master all the domains, it's hard. But knowledge is transferable. So I never see like you have to stick onto one domain on computer science. Yeah, but living in the Bay Area, everybody knows computer science, so not really unique and not very diverse. Okay, I wonder if like it's fine for the upper area because I can just use the 4x4, not 4x4, 4x1. But when we have this corner, okay, yeah, we will worry about that later. I don't need to worry about now. But yeah, I really like this like 4x1 grid, so I don't need to do 1x1. I can add one stool in a row. And it's pretty good for this bear because like all of our were split by 4. And if you're doing, you know, like for the general ones, you end up like doing 2 or 3 on the same row because each row have like 10, 11 or even more. So this one is probably better for like if you want to customize for bear without having a precision cut. But I heard like in Chinese QQ group, maybe Jackie will try to cut something, but I don't think it will be shipped with any of our group order by order. And I don't even know if they will do that for the future one because it's just like so expensive on the shipping. Cool. Okay, yeah, I will sell my Model 3. I will use Cybertruck, but I don't know how can I park my Cybertruck? It's like so large. What does the foam feel like? Yeah, so if let's see from this side, yeah, let's just like press the top. Okay, it's probably, let's do this one. Yeah, it's actually pretty squish. Yeah, I think they are pretty firm but also squishy if you really push hard. Okay, now let's see if we can use this 3x1. And to be honest, we don't really have 3x1 anywhere, so let's just use the remaining 4-1. Okay, Tesla park itself. Choo choo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, we have 20. Yeah, we will probably use some from here and try to just cut or maybe stretch. Okay, now it's time to experiment this one. A fun one to experiment. So if we make this two fit, and can we make the other one like slightly shift? Okay, maybe I should just like use scissor to cut that. Okay, at least it's 3M, so it's not as thick as like the permanent stuff. Okay, and basically making it a 2x1 and 1x1. Yeah, I'm just using regular scissor. I only have the paint knife. I only have this one. I don't know. I just like afraid of hurting myself, and I like scissor better. But also another thing is like this, the angle of this part definitely stop or maybe make it harder to do. But yeah, we can squeeze it in. At the end of the day, as long as you can put the switch in, it's not a big deal. Yeah, we can put the switch in. So we call it a wing. And I don't even know if I should like just make everyone with the foam. And maybe should I even like paste all the extras onto, I don't know, the larger keys. Yeah, maybe it's overkill, because sometimes when you see those platform from, yeah, at least the Vega platform only covers most of the alpha area, and the corner will pretty much like non-coverage, so it doesn't matter too much if you don't have the full coverage. So as long as you have majority of the piece covered, especially where you type, it may be fun. Okay, still let's do the 2x1 first. Then we only leave some room for this 1x1 and try to squeeze that in. Yeah, it looks funky, but it works, so don't judge too much. Yeah, it looks funky, right? Yeah, I don't know if I should try to cut the corner or just let it be. Yeah, I don't think it's too bad, so we will see. So how many plates do you have for your beer? Yeah, the modular one's pretty much like I'm doing some craft work like my childhood. Yeah, and also I remember my most watched YouTube video, which is basically cutting the case foam by the packaging foam. So just reminded me of that. Mess up one socket. Okay, not too bad. And at least it's production PCB, so it's definitely much durable than the prototype. I think I messed up the socket, then doing some dangerous action and pull out the trace. So actually my right arrow key were not working now, so I have to use the combination. But yeah, I guess used to the combination anyway, so not end of the world. Yeah, and this is prototype, so I understand that's definitely gonna happen. It's probably not very easy to prevent. 20 sockets, wow. Yeah, the first time I messed up like 3 maybe, and the second time I learned from the mistake. I think like getting to know how to do the Numex takes 1 session at least. That's why I never do for any of my PCB yet until I try to do one for my client, which is a KBD pad. And I'm glad I did that KBD pad. I messed up with 3, which is pretty high failure rate, I would say. But yeah, after that, I know how to do it. So I start doing the SP 111, which is a huge keyboard. Yeah, I still don't know like why I did that. Okay, this one, we don't have any more like connected, so let's just use the 1x1 grid. Yeah, I think when KBD fans start making this one, I really feel it's a good invention, because a lot of keyboard don't have one, and people want to do different mods, and it's really, I won't say expensive, but it's not achievable if they have to send their keyboard to some place that they don't know, and let them start making the phone for everybody else. So yeah, it's probably better to try the preference themselves. And also some plates were pretty much need plate form a lot. Like I think from my understanding, the carbon fiber plates really need a foam. And with foam, it definitely sounds and feels better. And KBD modular foam is also not very expensive. I think it's like 20 bucks each. And based on my usage right now, I feel like it can cover 2 65% keyboards. So it's basically 10 bucks each. And also you can customize with where you want to put the plate form. The only thing is like if you have the hot swap PCB, that doesn't matter too much for this plate form. I mean, it's not the same thing I want to say. It's basically like if you have the hot swap PCB and it has the traditional plate form, non-sticky one, it's easy to test out different combination. But with this one, like you have to either with it or without it, because it's really hard to just like reuse it. You have to basically peel it off, and I don't think it's really usable if you peel it off. So that's the difference, and I just like have more than one FR4 plate. That's why I'm trying to do this experiment for people to see if they can hear the sound difference. So potentially I will put up 4 sound tests. Now eliminate all the difference between my garage or my room. The only difference will be with plate form, without plate form, with case form, without case form. So that's better control experiment. But also maybe for that test I will go the alpaca with GMK, because I already have one with GMK. So this one, I don't know, maybe I will just like have all formed up for this kitty cat, then start doing the combination of tests for alpaca, because I have one that I don't need to just redo all the work to compare. Or maybe it's easy to just like when I do the next one, I use the GMK Keycaps so we can hear the previous sound test. Well, I just have one right now, right? So it doesn't matter. Okay, whoever pinged me in Jackie's server definitely asked me something about Bear. Let me see. I'm the only one have Alu. Bear loves some shots. What happened? Okay, link. Please provide link so people can ask me in the Twitch stream directly. Okay, I can provide. Oh, thank you. Thank you for pasting there. Okay, we have, let's see, we don't need full space. Well, it's not really like don't need, it's like hard to make full space unless we just like cut all the sides, which we can do. It's not a huge amount of work since they're already doing. And we have like plenty leftover material that we can use. So how about let's do that. Making our own backspace platform with this modular platform. So what we need is pretty much okay, so we just need like the top then. Yeah, because the cut is pretty much do we really need? That's my question. Yeah, I feel like the keycaps or the keys with stabilizers are pretty much different anyway. Yeah, let me see if I want to do that. It's as easy as just cutting this side and paste it. Okay, do we have the right length? Let's see. We may have the right length from the 1U. Okay, let's do that. I don't know if it will be too much. Yeah, something good to have a try. If you don't try, you don't know. Yeah, I'm always a guy who wants to DIY stuff. Okay, I think I did something wrong, but maybe not end of the word. You got to go? Yeah. Have fun yourself. And wait for your Cybertruck. No, just wait for my Cybertruck. Okay, yeah, it's not going to work very well. Oh yeah. If you have iPhone, is that possible for you to open this like the Twitch as a window in window, then having Discord running? Okay, we need to make more precision cut. Bye. Yeah, we don't want to leave anything more than we need. Okay, we got this one. Yeah, we just use the side. Oh yeah, it's definitely harder to check here. Okay, now we just get another piece. Let's see how we can make the other one working. Yeah, maybe we don't really need both of the leg. Like, since the purpose of this one is to make something stick without interrupting the spacebar. Yeah, the least thing you want to do is interrupting the switch actuation. I know, yeah, sometimes you have to restart to catch up. Okay, now the question is like, do I... This one looks so bad. Yeah, this one is definitely like thinner than the other side, so the other side is fine, you don't really see from the top. But this one definitely not working for this thickness. So let's see around. Okay, we probably don't really need this thick, so let's just like cut it half. Yeah, I don't even know what I do right now makes sense or not anymore, because they are just like random foam piece around. Hello, welcome to the stream that I'm making fun of this platform. Okay, yeah, I think getting some on the side is just making the sound not leaking. Yeah, I'm not really an expert of acoustic, but trying to make something working together and try to experiment. Well, it's technically not experiment because I'm just doing without knowing if it works or not. So I'm just pasting around where it didn't really have anything. And hope the switch were stable. Okay, now I probably should stop at some point because I'm not making any sense now. Okay, yeah, I think I should stop. This is pretty much what I have right now, unless I want to go something like this part. Yeah, one more. Yeah, it's pretty fun to do something like this, so one more. Forgive me. Yeah, I just kind of just want to have one for each keys, no matter where the location is. Yeah, so in general, like if there's some foam around that key, I assume it makes the sound different. Okay, so we have pretty much platform somehow cover all the keys, just in some way. Okay, I think my stream worked pretty. Stream is fine. I think my computer is just like slow. Yeah, I think in general, like it didn't really look like the pre-cut ones, but they are working. So let's just start adding the switches. Okay, this one is a little bit different. So the switches I'm using is the Soho switch of Frankenstein, basically with the alpaca housing and the Soho stem, which is still a JWK, so nothing too different than alpaca. And I just love the look of the color, and they match with the modern Dodge keycaps in the future when I get. Yeah, sometimes you want to make some fun project to work on your own. Oh, I need to hydrate. I'll be right back. Okay, yeah, now adding the switches, and with the shift liner already there, and I, at least like when I last time screwed in the case, I feel like there's some resistance, so I don't know if I can start adding another layer or not. Modern Dodge is pretty like the same, the first group I entered, but it definitely won't ship until like this fall, maybe not even this summer. So I know how I feel about that. Like between the time, I definitely got a lot of extras. Yeah, Modern Dot Light, I would say it's very close to the muted with is that close to muted with some accents? You know what? At this point, I probably should open the case and start disassemble the previous build, so I don't end up like having trouble to like assemble the one if I insert all the switches, because I have the Mil-Max socket already. So let's disassemble that. Yeah, September is pretty later time. Muted copy. Yeah, I think by the time like Modern Dodge Light was out, like Muted was still on the market with more than $300 because it was not rerun for a really long time. Yeah, this is the tail weight. Let's see how that compares to the Soho stem. So the Soho stem is kind of like lighter. But yeah, this is pretty on the prototype. So if you are seeing someone selling on the aftermarket, if ever, that has to be me. Because how many, I don't know how many were made back then for the prototype, but apparently there were not many made for prototypes. So this will be the evidence of like a person selling prototype. Yeah, this is a rebuild with still the same FR4 plate, but I added a platform and still with the same Bear 65, but I add a layer of shift liner. Pretty precision cut, and this is still the prototype unit and the aluminum version, and I don't know who had yeah, so the problem is like if I have to ship back the prototype, like there's no usage for Jackie, and also it costs a lot of like shipping fees for him to get. So that's why like he allow most of people who get a proto keep the proto, because that's the most effective way, and the best way of people using the proto is to make sure first they get good use of it. Like I'm trying to make all the typing sounds test for people, like testing out all the switches, and also keep using that so they can provide the feedback, even like last minute feedback. So that's probably better than like just keeping the proto unit yourself and you have to worry about all the logistic, and you're still working on maybe the next keyboard design or maybe the current keyboard manufacturing, like without having time to type on your own keyboard. Yeah, also I got from like Mintly gave to Stash, and Stash keyboard Stash gave to me, so it's pretty much like forwarding service. So it's the same one. And to date, I'm still doing all kinds of testing with it because I know how much this prototype unit is valuable for the people to know a lot of knowledge of Bear, like either on assembly or modding. So that's why I'm doing this case form, platform modding today. Yeah, so Stash tried to get this build from Mintly, and Mintly desoldered that. And Stash built that one, and I got that from Stash, and he also desoldered one. Then I built one, and I desoldered another time to try to, like, you know, install more sockets. And that's the final time I messed up with it. So now it's not working 100%. It's working for most of the keys, but not some right column keys. So I have to use some other key mapping for it. I mean, it's not too bad because I kind of get used to smaller keyboard, like 60%. Yeah, so the right key, the tab doesn't work. I feel like every time I have some problem on the PCB after desolder many times, it's the tab key. And the reason being the tab key. Okay, this one is fine. But you know, sometimes the tab key on other form factor, like it has half open trace, so it's very easy to pull out the trace if you put too much heat on that. How many layers of gasket are you using on the bottom case. So I'm still having the prototype gasket. So the prototype one is, I believe they are the 4mm. And I heard about like Jackie changing the prototype unit gasket 4mm to the production unit like 3 or 2, I don't remember. Or maybe it's the different story. Let me check. One layer on top, one layer, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't think you can put like even more than one layer on prototype as well. Like for prototype, it's interesting because the gasket material is kind of like more flexible, more yeah, I definitely try to make that graph easy to understand, but because of the photo shooting on this material, it's really hard to make it like very easy to understand. So bear with that. Okay, how about let's try using this one. Okay, let's get it closer. Yeah, I don't know, I didn't really get the silicone gasket. I don't know when the loss happens. But when I get this one, it only has the pour-on gasket without any way of... Okay, now it's time for me to check if I can add one more layer of case foam. So let's see. Yeah, how do we really test whether you can put another layer? Let me just put another layer. Can I? Oh, he used that much? Okay, I don't know how I can better test if I can put another one. But I don't think I want to thick of case foam to make it so muted. It will definitely lose some signature of the keyboard itself. So that's not something I would do or recommend doing. Even I know like sometimes you have like more than one layer of case foam. For example, on Vega, you can do that. But that's not something I am doing personally. So I probably won't do that on the build as well. So for the Wildcat keyboard video, I just know that, okay. He basically have the prototype unit, which is very different than what you will get from production. That's why he tried to do some experiment, and that gave Jackie a lot of feedback on what he can improve on the gasket material, because it's really hard to know until you assemble them one. And the only thing I don't really know is like maybe in Chinese community they are not very good or very reputable keyboard maker. Like they don't really have one to tell the designer how those keyboard works or sound. So they usually send to the Western countries to get streamers to give feedbacks. So that's something I really find interesting. The Chinese community care more about aesthetics and also like the story behind that. So that's definitely something that here is different. Like here people want to hear more sound typing tests before they can make the keyboard buy, right? Okay, let me get more waters. I really need water. I don't know. Who don't need? So yeah, like in general for the production unit, you don't need to experiment since we were already having all the recommendations. And the only thing I think like matters is potentially you can use different material than recommended. Like you don't need to stick to what were recommended. You can always just try yourself. And I'm always a fan of Poron gasket just because how they provide very flex typing. And even for PC plate, I don't really feel a problem of using Poron. But I know people may not like the flexible typing, I mean very flexible ones. That's why it's recommended using silicone gasket. But you don't need to if you also prefer the flexible typing. Okay, now it's on track to make all the switches together. Yeah, the only thing is like with the plate form, it's hard to make this close. Yeah, if you have the silicone gasket there on your PC plate. I know. Anyway, yeah, if you make the plate form looking good, you will notice you won't see from the top. But if you mistake like me, okay, I will tell you what happened to the mistake I make. Basically, you can see I add some layer of plate form, but it interfered with the stabilizers. So let's remove that. Yeah, sometimes you don't want to do things that are not recommended without understanding where the stabilizers are. So let's see what are we going to do. Yeah, maybe just remove everything around the stabilizers. Okay, yeah, it's as easy as pull out the PCB from the plate. Okay, cool. So we are having this bar and we're having this bar. Yeah, probably we don't really need this one. Yeah, in short, you probably don't want to add some additional on the top or the bottom for your stabilizers keys. Yeah, it will have some residues, but yeah, it's easy to remove since they are 3M. And also this one for the left side. How about top? Yeah, this one as well. Okay, they don't exist for a reason. The stabilizers key don't really like the platform. Okay, we have no here. Now let's try again to see if they interfere. Okay, this time it's much better. Yeah, people, if you look at my previous part, don't follow every step I did, just because I try to add some extras. They are not actually working well. I'm glad I catch that before it's too late. Also, don't do this for your hot swap PCB because I'm using Mumax socket, which is more durable than the Kel's hot swap socket. So I can try to push it, even though I know they may like push the socket because the socket is installed from the top. But if you have the Kel's hot swap socket and you do this one, you will probably break the socket easily. So two things. One, don't install your platform without the instruction. I mean, without doing the normal way. And second, don't try to push a row of switches for your hot swap PCB because that breaks your hot swap PCB socket easily. I'm doing this one because I'm using my Mumax socket, so they are different. Okay, and also it's very easy to get bent pin. Yeah, what do you plan on your next build with other plate? Different switch? Or the same switch to try different plates? Okay, let's resume the work. No idea. Yeah, I usually plan a lot of builds beforehand, then I don't have time to loop them all. So I will go like based on the requests from people. So if I loop once switches, I end up having multiple keyboards that I can test on. Penguins are really good switch. Period. My girlfriend loved them so much. Yeah, she was liking finding a Cherry MX brown like keycaps, key switches, and penguins were just like better. Yeah, MS clears. Yeah, even if you loop, they may still scratch, but I think the typing feeling and the sound were classic. And also make sure you can do spring swap. The default spring were pretty heavy. Penguin have defect? What kind of defect? Is that just like all the pins, pin noise cannot be removed? bad leaf pin, even looping. Yeah, I don't really have that either. I don't think I spent another mile to do anything additionally for leaf pin. So you're planning to use U40 or Holy Panda on brass. Try FR4. Yeah, I will definitely hold this FR4 GB later. But you know what? I actually have two Holy Panda on brass plate builds, and I like them a lot. Like, they don't really sound hollow at all. While my Holy Panda on aluminum plate on my Meridian sound a little bit hollow. But maybe also because of all the gaskets and the foam, so it's definitely something different typing and also sound. But brass plate is definitely good. And I like my U40 a lot, much better than Holy Panda. I think U40, you don't really need to loop them. They don't really feel scratch, and also there are no spring, there's no leaf pin or spring pin, even no not looped. So they are pretty easy maintenance, and also it's really too easy to like just clip them in. Yeah, sometimes like assemble processes, something matters. Like you never know if your switches were clipped in, or maybe like it's really hard to remove the switch after you install. And U40 were just like so good to work with. Yeah, loop definitely makes smoother, but I don't really hear or feel a lot of difference. So that's something like I really find interesting. I just feel like they were pretty good stock. That personally I don't want to spend too much time on them. But if clients want them to be looped, I can definitely do that. It's definitely marginal difference versus, you know, traditionally you want to loop your Holy Panda, otherwise it feels like very scratch. You like the sound of Holy Panda? So I think U40 were probably like deeper or maybe silky sound, while Holy Panda were clacky and also a little bit more tactile. So they are different. And if you don't have Holy Panda before, I would recommend getting some from, like getting some stem from Halo True or Halo Clear, and getting some housing from Bosa. So you can make your own Holy Panda and try that out. I think that word authentic, I mean not authentic, but that will be better than getting from drop directly. And it also makes this much fun experiment. Yeah, always recommend making your own Holy Panda, even if it takes time. They will definitely feel better, and also both of the selling 5-pin Holy Panda housing, it's much better than the 3-pin housing that you can get from drop. So getting that. Okay, we're almost there. Most switches were inserted. With the platform, and this is FR4 plate. Who knows if it will be muted or not, but I'm using the JWK linear switch, the Soho stem into our Parker housing to get prepared with my modern Dodge in the future. And fun story of making this Frankenstein switch is when back then I tried to use the Alpaca V2. And they didn't really work well, so I tried to use the Alpaca V1. Yeah, just because of like this one. Soho is pretty much the JWK V1 versus Alpaca is JWK V2 when I try to get new ones. So they are different, and their housing and stamp were not 100% compatible. So that's definitely a bad thing happened. So I have to swap out them again and try to pair with different housing. That was so bad. Okay, cool. We get everything added, and with the platform in between. And this time we don't have the bad platform inserted to stop the PCB and plates from closing together, and should be fine now. And I will say it probably will feel a little bit muted, but let's see how that works. Okay, we have the top case. And we have one layer of shift liner I cut based on the plate size, so it basically matched the bottom case very well. And now it's finally the bottom case. Okay, I just try to make sure I have my own side gasket molding still works well. So it's pretty much a little bit okay. Okay, now let's install the screws. Yeah, maybe I should try not to use the keycaps, so we can get better understanding of how that sounds with GMK. Because I used to use GMK for this beer typing sound. So when people, I won't say complain, but people worry about the hollowness, they were hearing about the GMK. So let's try to use the GMK again. Oh, but we have some gasket out. So what happened? Why they are getting out from my case? Yeah, maybe they are just like prototype gasket that I was install for so long time, so they stopped getting sticky. Put DMG? Yes sir. DMG is so good, right? Okay, so we are losing 3 gaskets and they are right here. Okay, I wish I told Jackie to send me extra gasket for the beer. Now I'm just afraid of losing. So how many gaskets do you get from your production unit? Is that possible to have like more than enough for another beer, or it's just like a little bit extras to compensate something like this one? Okay, let me make sure I don't lose anything out there. Okay, everything here is right. a little bit extras. Okay, maybe that will cover the missing ones I have, but maybe not be able to give me extras. But yeah, maybe I can like do the silicone on my PC ones, so that can go with the PC plate, and I can go other with my alus, so the alu can go with harder material, because I do like the looking of PC on PC. It looks clean, but sometimes I want to get the brass on PC because it's see-through. So that's the dilemma I have, like which gasket I should put on. Yeah, I believe I will receive that soon. So no worries if you don't have chance to take a look on that. Okay. And I like how the production unit has the alignment pin, because for prototype I still need to align them every time I try to assemble back. So that's another thing, good thing, Jackie has dressed. The 2,000 packs of gasket Minty got, I just don't know where they went. So they are pretty much gone. Maybe it's in the basement of Minty's, and she can use for next time when she lost gasket on her prototype build. But I know Exclusive also sent Minty a lot of gaskets. So I have those gaskets right now, but I don't think they're compatible with Bear. Not fully useful. But I get extras for the E7. Okay. So GMK DMG, right? And lucky my DMG is just out. Yeah, feels like a different keyboard now. Not feels, but sounds different. Yeah, sometimes people like this sound signature, which is probably like you can get from the recent keyboard group buys, because a lot of keyboard group buys are including both platform and case form. The image is so good. I like the retro looking, and also it's modern, so it's not like you have the same one as your CRP. But also I like the fact they color match with the Game Boy directly. Yeah, so I looked at the Keycaps page the other day for DMG, because I want to know what the color code for this alpha. Like I want to get one Artisan keycaps of a like Game Boy thing, and I want to know which color should I get. Then I look at the color code of DMG, and they said there's no color code. Yeah, because they just sent a new like unopened Game Boy original version to them. So GMK just color matched the Game Boy physical console directly without need to send them like any color chip or anything. So if you're looking at the color itself, it's pretty much the same as what you can get from the Game Boy. I mean, I don't have one, but I like using this desk mat a lot. I hope this is the same color. Yeah, that's the time, like if you can send GMK a physical copy of what you want, then they can definitely color match better. And they will still send back to you, so you can approve or reject or give their recommendations, but they will try to do their own match first. And that's why like the Phantom color or the raw color were popular, because they have the color book or color chip. So when GMK can do their color match process, they have their own color copy. You don't need to send anything there. And typical Alice layout problem, like when you have double B, you may forget about inserting that. Yeah, so if you want to color match to your grandparents' Asian toy, you can just send them that toy and they can potentially color match for you. Yeah, usually they know what to color match if you give them the code. But if they don't really know what the color code should be, then it's on you to give them. Do I lose one switch? Yeah, if you're a person who like all the form on other keyboards, maybe adding this mod for yourself is pretty good, because I kind of like type a little bit and they sound really sounds like those keyboards, which I would say not bad, but maybe sometimes lose the signature of the keyboard itself. So we have, let's do what? Page up, page down. I usually just like map them to volume up, volume down, because I don't typically use page up, page down. And Artisan, yeah, I don't know, maybe I just like don't really use any Artisan this time. Now the bars. Escape to next to one. Yeah, this is also my escape. I can access this key from layers, so I don't really need them on layer 0. Left home. Yeah, I don't really use those keys on navigation because I like use my like laptop from my childhood, so I don't really have those page up, page down keys naturally. Okay, yeah, let's try to get everything out the thing. Sound test, take 2. Okay, everything still works. Let me disable the music. Oh, I know why. Somehow my stream manager start playing my stream again. I don't know why. Okay, cool. Let's do another typing sound. Yeah, anyway, this is pretty much the same beer with our podcast. The only thing I changed is using KBD Fans modular form and also some shift liner for the platform and case form, so it will sound different. And where's my monkey type? Okay, now I have it. Let's hear how they sound differently now. Okay, my IME. Okay, let's try again. Okay, yeah, I don't know what happened to the spacebar. They just like sticky, but yeah, let's do the mods sound. And okay, yeah, this is what you have if you put the platform and case form. Yeah, I think sounds definitely deeper sucky than no form, but still, like if it's your preference, try this out. And if it's this not your preference, and like just leave the default. And I'm trying to see what happened to my spacebar if I don't have other keys. Yeah, I feel like there's some stickiness when I type it. Okay, yeah, even without the left mouse. Not sure if it's the switch. Let's try to swap. Yeah, because this switch were pretty fresh when I use them. Maybe there's some like loops problem. But yeah, definitely I think if you want to mod your bear and you don't have your plate form possibly cut by some manufacturer or vendor, like try this way. Okay, try spacebar, smash the spacebar again. Okay, looks like it's the switch problem. And just want to have another take because the last take I have the spacebar like kind of sticky, so didn't really feel good. Redo. Yeah, I feel like this is easily like my best typing sound keyboard, one of them. Yeah, I think like it definitely get better based on my own preference. So probably I will stick with this configuration for a while. And if you were really considering about that, like before you get something that's more suitable for bear, you can do this one, the platform. And also I don't know about like shift liner or maybe other things like the EVA foam or maybe some Pearl foam if you can get. But yeah, I think the general like the reason of that is the same. Just try to reduce this gap between PCB and the bottom case so the sound echo less, and it definitely gets better sound overall. Yeah, I think that's pretty much how I experiment with the bear. And let's see how the hollowness between the left side and the right side. Yeah, I think they are pretty same. And let's see with the prong gasket and FR4 plate how flex the keyboard has. Yeah, can we see from this? I don't know. I don't really have a better angle than what Teha had, but yeah, I can see it's still kind of like flex when you push down the center, and the corner the same, and the right side is the same. So still pretty flash, like flexible. Yeah, like not stiff typing feeling at all with FR plate. Like if you were considering FR4 versus PC. Yeah, if you do PC plate, definitely flex a lot. Okay, let's take another look on DMG on the E-White. I really dig into this color combo for sure. You can see it's already start shining on these keycaps because I have it for a while. And also with the white FR4 plate, everything is pretty white. And if you want the black, I think when I run the group by, I can also let you choose the black one. But yeah, this is what the prototype of E-White bear. It's still like doing great. I don't think I scratched it any place. So definitely try to get the aluminum one. DMG on PC, yeah, probably I won't say better, but I like that much better because DMG, if you consider like Game Boy, there's a lot of translucent version. So imagine that typing. I can send everything. I should send you the alu bear so you can send me the PC, but then I will end up with two. Okay, cool. Very nice. Very good results if I consider like they are not really muted. Yeah, just because I'm using the JWK linears on FR4 plate with some foam, it definitely make it like still popping, but without any like hollowness. Yeah, so far still the best combo in my mind. FR4 plate with JWK linear with some plate foam, case foam. Maybe not plate foam, but case foam is definitely nice. Yeah, that's just wrap up here, and I will probably clean up everything so I can know what I want to do next time. Yeah, turns out to be a good one, especially consider how the modular foam can be used for another plate. I definitely feel like that's a good buy, and always stock something like that so you don't end up like having no plate foam in the future. Cool. Yeah, see you and have a good weekend, everyone.